Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Yes.
Alrighty, so the devil has reduced 5, and no less than and no more than 5, of the fellow Arcana into whispers in the dark.
I reduced 5 of my fellow Arcana to whispers in the dark.
I was like, so they're basically just little shadow creatures now? Hey, I whisper in the dark. Honestly, I have to say, if you're calling death a whisper in the dark based on their story, they are not necessarily. But you can exaggerate too. We're used
It's
to
fine,
it.
honey. What can 4 humans possibly do to me?
I mean, it depends on what the powers of humans
Pet
are,
your
in your
ears.
opinion. And in this case, pet your ears. Actually, if he has any goat anatomy, kind of like actual like goat nervous response, scratch around the base of the horns. Like, absolutely. Yeah. Every goat I've ever met, you start scratching between the horns, around the base of the horns, they rub into you, they start, jiggling, they're very happy. They'll start gently butting their head against you, like, involuntary responses of pleasure. Like, it's there.
It's good.
Scritch the horns.
Horn scritches.
Horn scritches. Alright, what could we possibly do to you? Okay. Are we humans? Or am I a magician?
Decide.
Oh my God.
Then... how about 7 of us?
4 is not
7
impressive.
of us.
But 7 is impressive?
7 is so much more impressive.
You didn't even double the number.
Shit, shut up. 7.
Him. No, I don't care. How about 7 of us? Hello! We didn't mention your door when we restored the world. Is it here now?
It's okay.
The doorway is still here. Alright, Asra steps through the doorway on the beach in a swirl of prismatic fabric.
That fabric is prismatic?
Because what's most important about this fabric is that now that we've seen it like 6 times, we describe it.
Yes.
Because under the thunder and the rain and the lightning, when the lightning goes out, there's just this brilliant prismatic rainbow experience. It's fine.
Beautiful. I don't remember who did this character.
I think you did, because you've had more of the voices because I've been the MC.
Oh God, I don't remember also what Nazali sounded like.
I don't
I apologize.
either. You're gonna have to forgive us.
Make it up. I always did enjoy a good dramatic entrance.
Aye.
Asra! Nazali! You made it!
That makes 6. We're missing 1.
Shut up!
Oh, it's okay. I'm only gonna talk to the 2 of you. None of us can see the other one yet. Okay.
Yeah, that is...
yes, thank you.
But, wait, there's only 6 of us?
Tim, but I'm counting.
6 of us.
It's really important.
It's very important. There only were 6 of us.
Yes.
Okay.
And behind Asra and Nazali, another person steps out onto the sand.
Nadia.
Who is also not our friend?
Yes!
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I caught it! M'lady!
I'm again having this problem of going, you with your friends, nerd, will defeat this thing. Where are my friends? Bro, I need to know, because the only people that I've spent enough time with for really good friendshiping is Julian, which we know how he communicates, and Asra, and I can say I grew up with him, so friends, okay? And then lightly Pasha, because she's just so friendly.
Yeah.
But we know very, what is your criteria for friends? And again, we've spoken to Nazali once, briefly, as an introduction. Yeah. How does that make friend? I am confused at your word choice. Good job. Your headband is killing it in this light.
It looks awesome.
Pasha, I'm glad to see you're unharmed.
Well, Counter Saturnava, I wouldn't have thought you'd throw your lot in with these amateurs.
You think I only do professionals,
Yes? You are a politician, are you not?
Are you not? If you think that's professional, I just can't even speak to you.
What else would you hire? Wouldn't you prefer to be on the winning side?
I literally hired an amateur to do my work, so I don't think so.
Excuse me, I know what I hired. It wasn't a professional.
It was not a professional.
I like amateurs. That's why I go to OnlyFans. I'm sorry, I don't mean to diss on people there, but I think it's funny where people are like, yes, professionals, and you're like, never watch professionals.
Actually,
they're not necessarily very good at it either.
There's a really big divide between those who like professionals and those who like amateurs, because you get very different flavors of a lot of people doing really big professional things especially historically, before a lot of independent platforms existed so much, really had a fairly distinctive script to follow, because there was a assumed whatever's selling is more of what the market wants, so we want to produce more of that.
There was also the thing, though, too, so if you don't know about what we're talking about, the early days of porn, porn itself also actually required a story, which is why they had a bunch of dorky, cheesy stories, because it was literally written into basically the film code of going, you cannot just have porn for the sake of porn.
It
You
has to have something going on.
Even if it's a loose, stupid plot, you have to have a plot. Whether you have the pizza man delivering pizza with extra sausage, that is the pizza plot, and that's what they had.
See the history of one of the most famous porns ever, Deep Throat, which is that's very easy to look up because it was such a big thing, and there's even a documentary about it, wherein the plot is, I can't have an orgasm, and going to a therapist, basically, to find out what's wrong with me.
Yes.
And that's the plot,
Right.
except for the spoiler of figuring out why you can't have an orgasm. So you can figure that out yourself if you so desire.
Yes.
All right.
It's an interesting bit of history just on its own.
The documentary was very interesting. That is the only thing I've ever seen of it, including who saw it, including the weird money laundering that was involved with it, and like the alleged, behind the scenes complications and bad interpersonal relationships.
Didn't they say the mafia got involved with it?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Because it was so much money at the time that people were just like,
you guys,
we have to. Yeah.
Fascinating damn story.
Don't insult me.
Mm.
Her. I will use my ruler voice. Him. I am speechless. Thank you. Him.
Oh, I simp.
More chains slink around the devil's feet, coiling like serpents, ready to strike. Just try it. Try what? Look out. What?
The chains. We've observed the chains moving. That's what I'm gathering from that. Really loose, really basic. We're watching the chains. Yes, I dare you to try to actually do anything with those. Or 2, watch out, everyone! He's going to try something with his chains.
Okay.
That's what I'm reading from this.
Okay. I got lost. I'm glad you have that, because I did not. All right, just try it and look out. Well,
especially because, so I think what my friend is confused by is sometimes we're going, like, we can't tell what our character's perceiving on their own versus what everyone else does, because, as we've pointed out with this series cannot decide if it's writing from first-person perspective, or it's sort of writing, like, weird first to, like, or second-person omniscient.
Or like first-person omniscient.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only in my head and then I'm everywhere.
Right, and it gets really damn confusing.
It does.
So, because it's really inconsistent.
All right, I don't feel like with a bunch of people just showing up, that Nerd is going to be like, with no one speaking to me and me not responding to anyone, and while I'm assumably... I've never seemingly recovered from the pain experience of the chains being around me, even though they're not on me anymore. It's probably going to be more of a knee-jerk look out.
Okay, sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sure, that's it.
So, look out! The chains lash out at us. I react in an instant, my magic flaring brightly between us. Even without touching the others, I can feel them behind me, pillars of light and power that answer my call. The chains shudder as my magic seizes them. Hang on, we suddenly have the same bond with everyone else except that we had with Julian, where we're pulling magic from all of them?
Yeah.
Except it's not a big deal now, so we're not going to describe it in any detail?
But I love you, Nerd.
Hey, but does this not feel like that, and so we all just power and magic?
No, it's about love magic.
Okay. But instead of breaking, they twist in midair and shoot back towards the devil. What you have done is you have set up a barrier that is called reverse when you play Uno.
Or, as you play in Final Fantasy, I cast Reflect.
Reflect.
And watch the spell go boing!
Right into their face. And you're like, I meant to block it, but instead, now they have to suffer whatever it is they were going to do to me. All right.
Whoops.
He makes a quick motion with one black-clawed hand. I'm still grumpy that you've mentioned his claws 3 separate times now and we've never seen them.
I think it's been like 4 times.
At least 3.
Yeah.
And the chains drop harmlessly into the surf. They are his, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He looks surprised.
Oh, that's a new face. Look!
You have totally changed your eyeballs. That's weird. And you have a tiny little grimace. All right, one more expression.
That doesn't look surprised to me. That looks sort of like, eh?
Yeah, well, that's why surprise question
Grimaced.
mark. Right, he looks
grimaces.
like he changed contact lenses. It's okay. I wasn't expecting that any more than he was. Do I know what I was expecting? I stare at my hands, bemused. When what the hell just... did that.
What did happen?
Also, why are we not interacting with, like, nobody's saying anything. Did everyone just go silent when I started pulling power from them?
Yes.
Also, no one greeted me at all. And that's kind of disappointing. Nerd, my heart is sad. No one noticed me.
How does that follow? Read that!
Is it because there were 7 of us?
What has that got to do with anything? When does 7 become a magic number?
I guess because there were more than 4? Is it because there are more of us, but we say 7 because 7's the number that's been said to us?
I don't
It's
know.
okay. Is it because there are 7 of us?
What has that got to do with anything?
Because I don't think, the only thing I don't think 7 means anything particularly. I think it's just, I'm saying the number Astra said, because the last number I had was 4.
All right. So,
Aye.
but what makes that any more than 4? Well, I've defeated 5, but if you've defeated them all individually on their own, that doesn't mean jack shit.
Behind
Actually.
me. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep going. I get nothing. Julian steps up, resting his hand on my shoulder. Was he behind me? Mazalinka and Pasha take up position on my other side. Weren't they already cuddled into me, or did they let go and spin around when Asra came through the door, even though the devil, our adversary, was still standing there?
You, I guess, get to decide.
Because as far as I know, all 4 of us were squished together holding onto each other, because I was holding both of their hands and Julian was holding on to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is the last...
I know.
We all let go of each other, even though the devil's still standing there and is not defeated. Okay?
For reasons, like the devil just went, and you're gonna keep talking. I'm gonna be over here eating my popcorn because I love drama.
Also,
I have nothing.
like, people walk in and go, oh my god, look at this! You know, and then, like, and Nazale and Asra, well, of course Asra knows, and then Nadia walk in and they're all like, we're fine. We're Gucci. I don't even know what's going on. Seen the devil before? Don't care.
Nadia, I'm sorry. The devil can't hurt me. This dress is Gucci.
Yes, exactly. Nadia, Asra, and Nazale fan out. We stand shoulder to shoulder like the Power Rangers, which I don't know what are, facing down the devil. But my reader does, and that's what you sound like. You sound like a Senshi team again.
We kind of do, and I'm sort of... I can't tell if I'm entertained or just sort of old. Hey, now you're glowing. And I say that because I watched Power Rangers and going,
I have seen some Power Rangers. It was on public access television a couple of times in my life. Because when you don't have cable, you just watch whatever's there if you watch TV at all.
It's true.
Right, anyway.
You're glowing.
There's so much magic flowing through me that it eddies and swirls under my skin.
Does it my skin?
Also heal my skin. Because I still, in my mind, I have Nerd pushing through the profound discomfort of the burns that the chains just completely just melted into their body, and the whole cracked rib thing still going on. If I feel amazing conceptually, but I've got all this damage that the amaze is like a drug over top of.
Yeah, that's fine. It's we're just gonna be more addicted to oxycodone. It's fine.
Oh, that's just, I'm like, is that what's supposed to be happening here with the character experience? Because again, that never seemed to have been removed anywhere that I can think of.
No, it wasn't resolved in any way. You're fine. Go ahead.
There's so much magic flowing through me that it eddies and swirls just under my skin. With every second that passes, it glows brighter and brighter, a manifestation of all of our powers combined. We're really not going to talk about linking up with everyone else being profound or meaningful at all. Nope. It was kind of like there's a little bit more about Pasha and Mazalinka, and then the power of all 4 of us, and then 7 people is just like, this is boring now, we won't talk about it.
Yeah, kind of.
Also going, you're just standing there glowing brighter while the devil holds that expression?
Devil.
Devil. He looks surprised, and continues to stay surprised while Julian talks to me, and I stand here glowing and observe myself at length.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
A light show. Is that your idea of intimidation?
No, but it is my idea of kicking your ass!
Hi.
Because I feel like I'm. You're gonna forgive me. This is reading incredibly tropey to me, and I don't know what to do with it because it's kind of boring.
When you use villain speak, like traditional villain speak, you're not as striking as you could be, dear. Anyway,
That's fine.
Since when was I ever trying to intimidate you? I can feel the devil's power gathering too. I don't feel the power of all the people flowing into me. I feel the power in me already, and I feel over there the devil's power gathering. Am I going to bond with the devil too? Am I just going to absorb his power as well and go all 5th element on everyone?
Honestly, I'm actually really super excited for our Super Saiyan transformation because this sounds like what we're doing.
We're glowing.
I will power up, and you will power up, and I will power up.
And suddenly my hair will turn blonde for no reason.
Because
yes. I'll be very confused, and it will ruin all my braids. All right.
Yep, here we go.
I can feel the devil's power gathering too. An oppressive heat. A crushing pressure. It hurts the injuries I already have. The standoff is abruptly broken. Why did it become a standoff? By a wave of magic. It's so powerful that I stumble as it passes over me. Does anything happen to anyone else? Because you're a big fan of describing what happens to Julian. I can't take my eyes off the devil to look, but I'm sure it came from behind me, from the marble door on the sand. Okay, so we just got shoved, like anime style into the devil's arms by stumbling forward, falling against his chest. Bonk, looks up. There is the rose-colored glow. Devil, I have been touched. Whoa. And then suddenly, he finds out what Sundari means. I must have been just an echo of whatever's happening in the palace. What's going on? Why didn't we close the door? The devil's smile is slow and viciously satisfied.
It seems like I won't have time to crush you after all.
You mean because I'm already dead, and so is Julian? Kind of?
Kind of. Also,
Everything is ready and ahead of schedule at that.
We're literally outside of time. How is there a schedule? We got offered by death to stay as long as we want for any amount of time because we're outside of time. And you purport to have a schedule? You know what? If you cannot produce a paper, monthly schedule book that, lines up your time in some sort of Doctor Who kind of way with, normal universe time and thereby bring your calculations to fruition, I do not believe you.
What? What's ready?
Because this is the most important thing right now. Not defeating the devil, just talking.
Why, my ritual to merge the realms, of course. I need only put the finishing touches on it.
So you're going to put a cherry on top. Sounds great.
Tasty.
Why does merging the realms? So you're making... Okay. So you're saying that right now, something big just happened to the magician's realm, but it isn't complete yet, and we still have no magician here.
I was going to say, and the magician doesn't care? The magician isn't around. The magician is just farting off. Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Saying, also, if I merge all the realms, what? Then you're going to absorb all the other arcana, too?
Right? That can't be. You need us to finish the ritual.
Glad you know something about this, because I don't.
Your presence here inconveniences me. True, but you haven't stopped me.
I know. We decided to go from fighting magically while I'm super powered up so much that I'm glowing and more powerful than I've ever been in my life to dialogue again.
I have just discovered in my brain that I think James Earl Jones would be great.
As the devil?
As the devil.
He could be. Mufasa, you're the devil now.
Also, so is Darth Vader.
I know. It's Darth Fasa Devil.
Darth Fasa Devil.
Though you're becoming more trouble than you're worth, so I'll only say this once. Stop wasting my time! Turn around, go through that door, and do as you're told. You will not get snackies. You have to go in that corner, and you will learn and think about what wrong you've done for the next 30 minutes.
Sounds really familiar, like from when I was really small. Okay,
Asra.
Mr. Devil, sir? Asra suddenly panic. No, I only... Oh, God, I did try that for a little while.
Julian. Wait, I remember that. Wasn't that kinky?
I thought it was kinky.
What?
Asra.
What?
Asra, I've used it in multiple contexts, and now I'm in trouble.
I never thought you and you would... Shut up!
You weren't supposed to speak to each other. Didn't Nadia just successfully boss you around 10 seconds ago? I don't think you have any power over us.
You have no power over us.
Otherwise, well, who knows what might happen.
You mean your entire ritual might collapse, like when I suddenly messed with things when Asra was trying to do stuff because I was very young and I just wanted to pick stuff up and draw in the circle he was making, and then suddenly everything went really weird, but it never really went bad. It just no longer did what he wanted.
It was great.
So this should be fine.
The decision is yours.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be trying to get us to go through the door unless you also weren't interested in the other outcome. Disappears. As the devil fades from view, I really regret having not done anything with all of my newly acquired power. Too bad I'm so indecisive and I wait for everyone else to tell me to do everything. And look at Asra. Why didn't you tell me what to do?
Asra, I was waiting for the narrator, for the plot to come out, you know? Why do you never make your own plot?
You always speak in riddles. I don't know what that means. Looks at Julian. How come you didn't tell me what to do or just do something? You always do.
Because I was waiting for you to boss me around. That was what I was waiting for.
Okay, tell me what to do now. Am I still glowing?
No,
Oh.
actually.
Oh, now I hurt more again.
Hmm.
Julian looks around at the water, up at the sky, and finally at me.
Is he gone?
That's not a good thing.
No one else does anything, but Julian looks around, and that's important. I can't feel that stifling aura anywhere. I nod slowly, still reeling.
We reeled?
Yeah, well,
Well-
I mean, back when we had the chains wrap around us, yeah, absolutely.
I get that, but
And so
I'm
I'm
like,
right that we've really been super overwhelmed. Even when we tried to, when he confessed his love to us, the whole time we were in profound pain of like slowly dying in our astral form, and now we're still reeling from that.
yeah, sure, okay,
Ow.
that works.
He's gone. Bah! That's coward. Did you look around as well, dear? Is
I-
anyone else doing anything? I feel like we need more people on the screen at once, so everyone doesn't have to take turns talking or reacting as much.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't let his bluffing fool you, nerd. He's just trying to get under your skin. I would know.
Aye. Mazalinka's right. Take it from me. We set him running with his tail between his legs. I have no knowledge of magic or interaction or really any of that, but clearly I know what I'm talking about because Mazalinka broke my kneecap once and I believe her.
I mean, pain is a strong motivator, but
Yep.
I have to say, does he have a tail? I didn't think he was running. I thought he just disappeared.
I mean, if he's one of those long floppy-eared goats, he probably has a bit of a tail. They kind of do as far as I
I
remember.
might be a little disoriented from the pain. Their confidence lifts my spirits,
What?
but I don't look to the expert in the situation at all, and I just listen to the two of them when there are literally 4 other people here. But I can't help but smile, because I'm a little delirious, because I can't forget that I don't have a body.
Well, there are 5 other people, because that was just Julian
But I have to count
and
me.
Mazalinka.
So the 3 of us.
Okay.
Because I don't
that's
count
fair.
myself as an other.
Yeah.
That'd be real out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can be out of your out-body.
Right.
Julian whirls to face our friends with a brilliant grin, fixing his shirt as he talks. Oh, we don't know why his shirt got blasted open, but we're going to talk about him fixing it. He's suddenly like, everyone cannot all see my titties.
And so, thanks to our friends, the excellent timing, Asra. Beautiful, I don't know what you've done, but at least you showed up.
I think the real thanks is to all the friends we made along the way. I think the real friends are all the thanks we made along the way. I think the real excellent timing is all that we made along the way. Ha, ha.
It worked out pretty well, didn't it?
Did it? So
Yes.
you agree with him, and I will believe you.
Hell yeah, I see you're still attracting trouble.
Aren't I always?
Haha! Just like I'm always bailing you out.
Sounds
You
about right.
piece of shit.
And Countess, I admit I didn't expect you to come
We also didn't invite her
So profoundly.
at all.
At all.
Since she wasn't invited,
Aye.
Asra makes decisions sometimes.
Hi.
I was with Nazali when Asra came looking for them, and after he told me what was at stake, I couldn't just turn my back on all of you, because he wasn't going to take them aside and tell them what he was going to say. He had to say it in front of me.
Yes. What about the masquerade, my lady? If both of us are here, then,
There's literally no other staff in the entire castle.
They can't
It's
handle-
only me.
they can't handle anything.
And I micromanage so badly on everything, and by that I mean just a lot on everything, that no one knows what they're doing if I'm not there.
Pretty much.
They don't have any agency or leadership of their own.
Yeah, they're sort of just like dolls that hang around in the background and they don't really do anything.
And I just tell them what to do occasionally, or you do, and that's the only function they don't know how to do it without
They're
us.
sort of like automatons, really? Maybe giant rabbits.
I love the idea that every one of them is basically magical golems, sort of like the 2
Yes.
guards that we met that just are their suits of armor.
Yes.
Like, I still love the idea that they're just all these sort of interestingly simplistic automatons that do your basic task, but Pasha really does, despite being handmaiden, is head of servants.
Yes.
Because she has 2 jobs.
So that then makes her like a magical engineer, doesn't it?
No, because she didn't make them. She's just
No,
bossed
but
them around.
she bosses them around, but she might have some like basic level knowledge of like upkeep.
Nope, I don't think she does that at all. Given
Oh.
she said she knows nothing about magic.
Yeah, but magicians don't exist except for when they exist for parties. So she's got
It's true. There are no real magicians except for the ones I've hired for my party, but those aren't real. They just do
Those are-
magic. They just do magic.
fuck them.
My sister will be keeping an eye on the party. I thought I could be of most help here. I look around at everyone, My spirit's buoyed by their smiles and warmth.
I love
I'm
when
going
you
to
say
pass
it
out
another way.
now.
My spirit's buoyed.
Buoyed.
Because that's the other way you say that, which
I know.
always makes me laugh.
Now that we're all here, I say on the edge of passing out, what was that ritual he was talking about, Asra?
It's the same ritual he tried to pull off 3 years ago.
3 years ago, like,
This is very important.
when I woke up?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have anything to do with me?
He needs 22 guests, each representing each one of the 22 Arcana.
But they have to be guests. They can't just be people. What if we're not guests? Can you uninvite us all, Nadia?
Nadia, it doesn't work like that, honey.
Oh, well, darn, it sounded like a good idea.
Oh, damn.
But 22 guests to, like, a party? To a what?
Including all of us, except Mazalinka.
So this should be the grand reveal, except we've already figured it out at this point, so that we all represent Major Arcana.
It's also, though, interesting in that way, because I'm going like, okay, well then who are the other Arcana? And going, that's just sort of...
We don't even know the names of all 22
I
Major
know!
Arcana.
When did you figure all that out?
Well, you see, I started making this game.
Years
I mean,
ago.
story.
Many years ago in solitaire, before I released everybody on land. Oh,
Hey.
before I joined all the realms so that, you know, the devil could even go around and cause shit. I shouldn't out myself like that.
Oh, damn. What? Do you think I spent all this time sitting around and eating tiny sandwiches?
Not raising an entire person from infancy to 3 years old. I'm 3.
You know, a whole army inside one person.
What?
I did some poking around in the palace, found a secret dining room, consulted the cards.
Except for the death card. I have that one. Why do I have that one?
That's right. Huh? Oh shit, that's why it went wrong. Wait, but what about the other guests? Won't they be in danger?
Yes, but we cannot risk returning now. I doubt he expects us to simply obey his orders. He must have other plans to force us to participate. Or you can participate from here somehow, because guest is an extremely loose term.
Oh, hell yeah.
Also going, Astra figured it out now, tonight, not 3 years ago when he'd already stopped it once? Like, so when you stopped it 3 years ago, you had no idea what was going on, and it was an accident, and you didn't know how to repeat it, and so you had to investigate this year? Because that's what I heard.
That seems, I guess, most likely, but who knows? Maybe we'll find out in Astra's route.
I guess, alright. Bluggards like him always cheat, which means there's only one thing to do. Make me an Arcana.
Do it!
Do it!
Invent a new one!
Looks at Asra and's like, I know you're responsible for all of this. Do it! Make me one of them. If there's 23, he can't do shit. He won't know how to do a ritual with a new component. I know how to make magic soup out of sand. You should know. So I know if you put in the wrong ingredients, you will have shit.
It's true.
I nod firmly. That all makes sense.
Yes, of course.
We need to take the flight to the fight. Thank you. I was like, whoa, hang on. We need to take the fight to the devil. Except he wants you to do that. I don't.
What?
Wait. Well, that's a bad idea,
Right? Tell me I'm not the only one who thinks that's a bad idea? Like, really? Genuinely?
It's definitely a bad idea. But we don't have other options because we haven't discussed this with literally any of the 7 creative people that are standing here. That is only what I have thought of now. That is the only idea. And
everybody
thereby,
else going, but we don't magic, so, you know, what opinions do we have?
I'm going, Asra, I have just told you what the answer is. Is that what you were waiting for? Have I finally learned the thing where I surpassed the master and your vagaries actually have led me around to figuring something out? If we wait, there's no telling what might happen. There's no telling what might happen if you don't wait either. You're also not talking to the only person that knows about this, which is Asra, who just said he knows about this. We have to stop him before he can do any more damage.
I agree with Nerd. Even an incomplete ritual could be dangerous.
So we'd better have him do the complete ritual.
Full and utter and complete ritual.
Looks at Asra. I know I said there was only one option ever at all, and I can't have any more ideas. What if you just go grabbed the other representatives of the other Major Arcana and brought them here, so he had 0 people, so it wasn't an incomplete ritual, it just wasn't.
Oh. No, we couldn't do that. That's too logical.
Oh.
Put him somewhere else. He would just try to find more of them, maybe, or of something, I'm sure.
Damn. I mean, you brought people here. We could just... it's fine.
This might be our best chance to stop him for good.
By doing exactly what he told us to do. And how exactly? Will we do that?
Please speak in, like, a language I can understand. I don't
Your
do
magic, based on watching you shoot, repel chains once, is powerful indeed, nerd. And also that light you did that one time. Wait, I thought that was Asra, who wasn't Julian. Never mind, I've seen you do very little magic. What? But, nerd, but what will you do with it?
Can he die? Is he killable? Quick question.
Do we know actually what the Arcana are and whether or not they're forces that are required for reality to exist? And if they aren't, we could just kill them? Or is that the reason he hasn't killed 5 of the others? Because they're not killable, or because reality will fall apart, or because he wants their property and it doesn't exist without them? Will his realm cease to exist without him? Will that create a vacuum in the pie of the Arcana and then they'll all start crumbling in?
It might.
Which actually I was going
that we don't actually have a lot of external information.
Determining once again that when I am done with this, I am buckling down and studying magic so hard, I will never come to a situation with magic that I do not understand that is this important again. Asra, I have gained assertiveness. You're going to teach me, whether you like it or not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look at that. I gotta look at the time. Goodbye.
Oh, look. Grabs his robe. You can't run now because you're afraid the fabric will tear.
Oh, if you think that will stop me, you haven't met Corazon yet. Corazon. Oh, he'd tear it if he... I already said that. Is it killable? You kept waiting for it. I'm not sure, but I doubt it. They're gonna concepts, ideas, and you can't kill an idea.
No, but people can forget about it, which is what I would suggest in the next episode. I'm sorry, I'm just like, we have so many people here. And I felt like a lot, like they're just really bad at writing crowd scenes. And like, I know that crowd scenes aren't easy. I do know that. And it's at the same time that we're going like, there's such a level of nobody's talking or reacting. And if we are in Nerd's head, this is only what Nerd can see and notice. So only the people reacting or moving are the ones that Nerd notices. But there's a lot of feeling like people are just completely frozen, not doing anything, even when big shit happens, like the chains, get shot towards us and we bounce them back towards the devil, and like
nobody reacts.
Nobody does anything at all. And it's weird, because that would be really shocking, especially for a bunch of people that have never, like someone who maybe never been to an astral plane at all, or seen magic being used for battle at all. Anyway, so.
Whatever. All right, well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. We got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Liz.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!